So I wanted to bring up the fact that a lot of shit that you see nowadays is just regurgitated shit. It's the same thing over and over, without any new ideas, without any new explanations. And people are taking these things as facts, right? Without exploring for themselves. So I want to tell you that curiosity leads to expansion. And it can be over anything. And the subject that you can explore is God. God is real, right? But there's a lot of debate about what God is. Like, people are like, God is energy. God is conscious energy. God is very aware. And then some people like talk about God like he's a man on the moon, right? Which gave me lots of laughs as a child. But in the spiritual community, people are like, we are God. And then leave it at that. And then people just walk around like they think they're God and they don't have to answer to anyone. And it gives people an ego boost, which is fine and dandy, whatever. But God is real. And God has given us great gifts. We are a part of God, so a part of God is in us. So I get why people in the spiritual community believe that we're all God. But it's like, oh, hold on. Let me see. Where did it go? This is not a big enough example. Okay, so we have a little part of God, big part, and this is a terrible fucking example, but we have a little bit of God in us. But there's still God, still conscious energy that does have a type of form. It's just not like a physical form, like we have a physical vessel. But God doesn't have a physical vessel. The one consciousness that created it all. Not like this is God, and then we just chipped away souls, spirits. We just chipped some consciousness away from God, and then God doesn't exist anymore. We run it all. Like, that's not correct. And the ones that have been here the longest and are just ascended masters, and they come to Earth to help us, and all of that, right? All of that. So that is one area you can explore if you feel called to do that. I am very curious, and I know curiosity leads to expansion. I was very curious. I wasn't very curious as a child. I was in survival mode, but my curiosity has led me to expansion. My curiosity was the reason why I actually formed a connection with someone, with my cousin, because I was very curious about like why she, all of that. I saw her trauma because I was traumatized, right? As a child, I knew, like, I stayed away from people, but my curiosity about her has led to a great relationship between me and her. And it all started because I had curiosity, right? And I reached a certain point in my life when I was younger. that in order to fully, in order to dominate the world, you have to learn about the world, right? In order to accurately and properly navigate the world, you have to learn about it, right? So I just jumped into a lot of different subjects, mainly science, because I was very analytical and I used my analytical mind, right? And I still do. It's just balanced. It's very balanced. Like, I will ask questions, but instead of searching it online or in a book, I will ask my angels and guides because I can talk to them. So your curiosity will lead you to new avenues. It will lead you to expansion. It will lead you to more access to awareness. It'll give you a stronger intention. It can give you so many things if you're just curious. I was curious about the world, okay? And then got into science, and science actually led me to spirituality, and it actually gave me just respect for God, because God, the one consciousness that started it all, is fucking brilliant. Not like was, but like, yes, that was brilliant, but is very amazing, okay? And yes, we are a part of God, and that's why we can do amazing things too. But having curiosity will lead you to so much more. I feel like curiosity is one of the best ways to be distracted, because it gives you so much more than what TV and a video game can, right? It'll give you so much more than what doom scroll doing can, whatever. It really does give you so much more. Because people feel like they're too busy, right? But it's just distraction. It's really just being distracted by a bunch of bullshit. And then people take what everyone says and they don't have that self-reflection. They're not curious to expand on the subject. Like when people are like, oh God, some people shut down when they hear that word, right? Some people are like, yeah, whatever, fuck God, because fuck this situation I'm in, and I'm special, and I'm in pain right now, and God hasn't done shit about it, right? That mindset. And I understand that mindset too, and God does as well, like, and so do your angels and the people, the spirits, because they're not people, the spirits that guide you, the conscious beings that guide you. They are aware of this too, and they do give you grace because they do understand. So you can hate and all of that as much as you want, but it's not helping you. Your curiosity about it will actually expand you. You being open to a subject and learning more about it will help you more than anything. And not just taking everyone's word as truth. Actually, like, reflect on what people are saying. You can reflect on what I'm saying. You can ask your own questions instead of Googling it, right? Because Google will give you an answer about God. Google will give you an answer about how the spiritual community views God, God will give you an answer, or Google will give you an answer, but God will give you an answer as well, right? Curiosity is the best way to expand your mind. Kids are so curious about everything, and they learn so much from that curiosity, even though it's like physical shit, like, oh, what does this do? Oh, is this cold or is this hot? But you can do that as well. Expand on the subjects that you want to know more about. Like if you want to learn how to channel, right? Then be curious. Go search for information. Don't just like have a quick Google session, right? And if you want a channel, it's actually very easy. You just do need to give yourself meditation, time for yourself. Give yourself space. Allow space to expand in your mind, because everything was formed from space, from nothing, what we perceive as nothing. That's why I can't tell you like God's actual form, because what is space? That's a question that I don't like have the word for it, right? I don't have the word for it. I can't even say particle, right? Because it's not a particle either. Do your own research. Ask questions. And who are you asking, right? You can ask your angels. You can ask ascended masters, right? You can ask God. You can look for answers in a Bible. You can look for answers just about anywhere. But I like the answers to find me, right? So I ask questions and then allow the answer to just find me, okay? Like I know one of my favorite affirmations is solutions for the situation will find me. But the answers to the question that I ask finds me as well. Years ago, right? I'm gonna give you the example. Years ago, it was when I first got into spirituality. It was like, I don't know, 5 years ago at this point. I was okay, well, can we really heal? Jesus was a man, right? Jesus had a human form. So how could Jesus in a human form heal people? Instant healing, right? And my mind was like, I don't know, right? Because I didn't practice giving my mind space, so my mind answered itself. And once you deepen the connection with yourself, once you sit with yourself, right, you will be able to tell when the answer is coming from your mind or the answer is being given to you, because some of them are like instant downloads. Some of them are you receiving information and yes, your brain has to like what is that fucking word? Translate the energy into words, okay? I saw the image. And that's another thing. You can receive images. So you have to have the image that formed in your mind and put that into words, right? Translate the images. So, once you spend more time with yourself and be less distracted, you will be able to tell if it's your mind or if it's non-physical beings giving you the wisdom that you need and the guidance that you need. So years ago, I was asking this question. Jesus was in a human form, okay? The Bible says this, right? And so if he was in a human form, that was real, how did he heal people? If how did this go down? Can we do this then? Can humans heal people then? Can we just heal each other, right? And my mind was like, I don't know. In theory, if he was in a human form, then the answer is yes. Because we all have a human form. Like, his human form wasn't anything special, right? His body wasn't anything special. His vessel. I mean, he did, keep it clean. But not in, the washing sense, but in, the organs and all of it. The enzymes and sacred secretion and, all of that. So yes, those things do help. Side note, those things do help. So my mind was like, I don't know. And then the answer came to me. I was literally scrolling. And it wasn't something that I said out loud. So my phone picked up on it fucking somehow. It wasn't something I even researched. I didn't Google it. I wasn't thinking out loud. It was just an internal reflection, question, curiosity. And I was scrolling, and then I came across this book that teaches you how to heal. How to heal yourself and how to heal others. And I was like, that's fucking amazing, right? And it's energy techniques. And then I actually have a few books on witchcraft. And before you fucking dip out, hold on. Because I was curious about it. What is the difference between doing energy techniques and witchcraft? Why is there a fucking separation? Right? Why? What is it? What is witches? What do they do? Sorcery, what is that? Why is that different from spirituality? So I do know a lot about witchcraft because my curiosity was why is this different? Why? Why do people hate witches? Right? Is it just the conditioning from the Salem witch trials? What do people actually fucking do? Why is this, people perceive it as a bad thing? Why do people shut down with this, right? And of course, there's levels to witchcraft. There's good and bad to witchcraft as there is to anything else, right? There's good people in religion, like the Catholic Church, There's good people in the Catholic Church, and obviously we've all heard the bad fucking stories. It's the same thing with witchcraft. There's people that make sacrifices of animals and humans, and then there's other people that fucking don't. Because sacrifice is actually to make sacred, and people just twist it around, right? And having sacrifices is in the Bible as well. Sacrificing animals, but that's not how I sacrifice, right? I make a lot of things sacred. But that's another subject, right? Your life is very sacred, so having moments that are sacred every day is amazing. But anyways, that curiosity led me to more. It led me to knowing about witches. It led me to knowing how to heal. It led me to knowing about the universe. It led me to knowing all these different fucking answers. And it led me to a happier life. Really. It led me into knowing how to navigate my own energy and how to have energy and how to listen to my own angels and the guidance that I receive for my own life. Curiosity has led to my evolution and my expansion and being more aware and living a more fulfilled life, right? It's led me to peace. Oh, I was writing down a title for this, but that's the best fucking thing. I mean, silence and stillness will lead you to peace, right? But in a roundabout fucking way, right? Curiosity has led me to peace. Curiosity has led me to peace. Curiosity about the world and how to navigate it. Curiosity about energy. And I don't want to say how to manipulate energy, but how to focus energy into being. How to use my will. All of that. And curiosity led me to being able to have that silence, like silence in your mind, because you're not at peace, because you're not at peace from all the thoughts, right? Thoughts about the past, thoughts about the future, fears, and all of this stuff. My mind used to run rampant because I didn't know how to stop it. I used to think so fucking fast. I was very analytical. I used to think so fucking fast. I didn't realize I thought. I had a thought, right? I didn't realize until it like already fucking passed. I'm like backtracking, like what the fuck was I just thinking? Yes. So slowing down. And then now I can pause my thoughts. Just have a fucking pause button on that shit. And thinking isn't bad, but if you allow it to dictate the direction of your life from unconscious patterns. I don't know if you can hear my stomach. I'm hungry. I haven't ate today, and it's like 2 o'clock. Curiosity has given me so much. And when you do sit in silence and stillness from your own mind and from obviously your environment, but your environment can be noisy as fuck and you still have peace and silence within yourself. That's what I'm saying, like deepen your connection with yourself. So nothing external, nothing outside of you will have any sway over you. You're not fazed by it. Be curious. Being curious allowing your curiosity to just lead you. Having self-reflection, asking questions, expanding on the subjects that you actually do love. Like if you love if you love God, if you love the concepts in the Bible, expand more on that, you know. If you love science, dig deeper into that, expand on that, but not just the research that's already been done, right? Tesla and Einstein, they valued being alone because they weren't influenced by what other people were saying. And they had so much time to just reflect and ask questions and receive the answers. And to me, that's amazing. But, you know, if you like cars and you want to be like, oh, I want to know more about cars, and you're expanding your knowledge on cars. And that does help. Anything that you want to expand on. Anything you want to get better at. It's not just for your connection, because being curious about the things that you like will bring you enjoyment as well. Like knowing about cars and how the car works. And now you can fix your own shit, you know? I mean, if you have an older cars are way easier to fix, because a lot of the technology, you need devices and shit to hook it up, and then it's more complicated than it needs to be, in my personal opinion. But that's one thing that I love learning about cars. Random. But I love learning about all different things. All types of subjects. And I love history. I actually have a really old book. This book is from what was it? Hold on. I think 1925. 1926. The copyright was in 1925. Edition of 1926. And it has some cool ass fucking pictures and shit in here. It's the oldest book that I have, but it's amazing. And feel free to be curious about random stores. Have your curiosity lead you. Where are we going? I don't know. We're exploring. I'm just going wherever I feel called to. Oh, I'm curious about this store. Let's go over here. Oh, I'm curious to see where this road leads me, right? I'm curious to this trail, to this mountain, to this tree. Allow your curiosity to lead you, to guide you. Because it's amazing the things that we discover and we learn and we grow from. You do grow from curiosity. I think it's one of the most important things that we should never lose from our childhood, is the curiosity that we have. people like thinking that they know everything. I don't know everything, but I'm curious as shit about everything. Does it help me? Yes, on one hand, it does. But also, I have all this other information and I have no fucking idea what to even do about it, except for I can connect with every fucking type of person because I know a lot about a lot of shit. Because I'm curious about it. I'm curious about everything. What does this do? It's funny, I had this like random conversation with someone the other day. I was like, oh, I asked him like a fucking off the wall question about his business, and he's like, why? And I was like, I just was curious. I was just curious. Like, I wanted to know the answer. I don't know why. What did I do with it? I stored it for later. It's a good thing to know. Someday I will use that. Yeah. I'm very happy with the subjects I've explored. And everything you can dive deeper into. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I do have free resources on my website, so go check that out. Curiosity doesn't kill a cat.